Hey all, Dave Bryant. Gonna start right where I left off yesterday. Believe it or not, I thought those wheels were black, but they weren't. They were incredibly dirty, so we cleaned those all up. Got them painted. New wheel bearings in the hub, braces, seal, and those are on. They're not on the ground yet, but they're on both sides. There's your motor. The big Cummins. Still haven't coated the manifold. I'm kind of at a loss with what I'm going to do for a coating on that, because these diesels get hot, and of course the hot side of the turbo is the same way. The exhaust side gets real hot, and most regular header paints just aren't going to cut it, from what I've been told. As you can see, the new transmission mounts, courtesy of White and Bradstreet, those are all finished and ready to go. And the front end is on, completely finished and functioning, as you can see. Stuff falling down, it's always good. We've got another fan coming from the front of this because one of the blades was broken off. What else have we got? We've got AC compressor mount, because this motor never had it. That's coming from a super nice guy. Langton Enterprises in Canada has got a lot of these Cummins parts that you can get used, which is awesome. Super nice guy, real helpful with that. As you can see, I'm trying to duplicate the N14 redhead look, black and red. And did all the fuel lines and like that. And again, everything's all buttoned up and ready to go as far as that's concerned. Have not come to any conclusions yet on what we're going to do about this pump, because the case is broken. I don't know, you probably can't see it, but there's a piece of it that broke off right there, where the shaft for the throttle actually goes into the pump. I haven't been able to get any real definitive answers on if that's going to be an issue or not. This line here is another thing that we've got coming from Canada, and the actual filter mount that got broken too, and whoever it was pulled it out of the bus chassis, messed that up. So those are coming, and again, this transmission mount. For those of you that are been waiting for a hitch, we have a hitch. As you can see, the pitman arm that connects from here to there is not on here, because somewhere in along the way I messed up my geometry, and I have to rework that steering. So I'm not sure at this point in time how big a snag that is. It's big enough to be frustrating, but I'm not sure beyond that. It binds, so it's something that's going to have to be reworked. Hopefully we're not going to have to move this. I'm hoping we'll only have to readjust that. This drag link basically to the pitman to get it to work right. But I am unsure. Talked to a friend tonight, Andrew Morgan, better mind than mine that when it comes to this stuff. And we'll get together with him soon and figure that out. I am unsure if this motor and tranny are actually going to get dropped in place before Easter or not. I'm hoping so, but I'm not sure. I just don't know. It's looking like it probably won't, which is okay, because I still have a lot of work to try to get done to this firewall before I get a motor jammed up against it. It'll be a lot easier to do it now, and that's what the intent is, to get a lot of that cleaned up, sanded up, painted, and we'll be at the point where we can butt right up against it and it won't be any issue. So that's where we're at, folks. It's day 7 of the 21-day $500 challenge. We picked up another $65 today, so we're just short of the halfway mark, which is absolutely awesome. Thank you very much for that donation. That's a big deal, because this is a true matching deal where every dollar you donate gets doubled up to $500. So that's going to go a long ways. speaking of going a long ways, I know it's messy in here, but that breather right there is a replacement for this one. This one is pretty badly damaged, and I was going to try to rework it just to try to save some money, but it worked out that we went out to White and Bradstreet, and the 800, that gray 800 that we showed you last time, had a perfect one sitting on it. A couple of scratches, nothing that won't buff out. And we got that breather, and we got the replacement wiper arms, and we got both mirror assemblies for cheap. Those guys did us right again, which was actually awesome, because we saved, by my calculations, about $700 off of the final budget of the truck, which is a big deal. We're still spending money, but it all comes off the other end at this point in time, which is absolutely awesome. So, it's all the same when all's said and done. So, that's where we're at, folks. You're going to be able to see what we come up with for a solution on the steering. We're going to show you building the mounts and getting this dropped into place. And once that's set, then we're going to have to build the core support and get the brand new radiator that we have. Thank you to all of you for that. We'll get that mounted. We've got a brand new AC condenser. Again, thank you for your donations for that. And of course, the intercooler, which we'll paint first of the week because it's supposed to be warm here. So, with all of that being said, this is where we're at. It's looking good. It's all fantastic progress, actually. Again, front end's all rebuilt, completely rebuilt. Everything that was consumable that could be rebuilt is rebuilt. Thank you for that. Brand new cooling system. A handful of parts coming from Canada, which will finish up the motor. We'll get those cleaned up, painted up, and mounted. And the goal is for hopefully the $1,000 that we raise over the next 2 weeks remaining. We are going to get the vintage air set up for this, so that once this thing is in place, we'll go ahead and plumb it permanent, and with the heater core and everything else in it, we'll be able to do all of those lines and those connections and be done with it and start progressing and finishing things up. We're going to put a whiteboard in here right over there on that wall very soon with a pick list, basically everything that's left to be done and the order in which we're going to try to do them, and you'll be able to get to see those things get checked off too. So we're about to make some big, huge progress here. And it's all because of you. So thank you very much for your support. Thanks for your interest. If you have any questions or comments, please, if you've got suggestions on header paint, let me know. If you've got suggestions on the steering geometry, let me know that too, because it's all a help. It's all support, which is hugely appreciated. Hope everybody's pleased with where your donations are going so far. So a lot of progress, and we're getting to that point where we're going to start seeing it in leaps and bounds here right off. So again, thanks for your time. Thanks for your support. We'll be back. I'll try to get you some more still photos in the next few days, and probably another video first of the week if we have major progress to report. Hopefully we'll have a solution to show you on the steering so that you'll watch this actually function the way it should. So thank you very much. Keep in mind we got 2 weeks left. We're almost halfway there. So that'll be a big deal. Be a big deal. And then we can lay off all of that for a while and get a bunch of stuff done to the truck. Okay, thanks for your support. And happy Easter.